I get to read you a really fun book today called The Gigantic Turnip. A turnip is a vegetable that maybe a lot of kids haven't tried before. It's not one that we usually plant in our garden, but it looks kind of like that. It grows under the ground like a carrot, and they don't usually get this big, not big enough for people to sit on. That's crazy. Let's see what happens with the gigantic turnip. Oh, there's some pictures of planting things. Oh, there's some characters that might be in our story. Looks like there's some animals coming. Oh, and there's the old man and the old woman. Long ago, an old man and an old woman lived together in a crooked old cottage with a large, overgrown garden. The old man and the old woman had 6 yellow canaries, 5 white geese, 4 speckled hens, 3 black cats, and 2 pot-bellied pigs, and 1 big brown cow. See, it went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. On a fine March morning, the old woman sat up in bed, sniffed the sweet spring air, and said, "It's time for us to sow the vegetables." So the old man and the old woman went out into the garden. Hey, if you look at this picture, I bet you can guess what it means to sow the vegetables. They're not sewing them up with a needle and a thread, are they? No, that means to plant them. They're starting to plant. They sowed peas and carrots and potatoes and beans, and last of all, they sowed turnips. Here's a picture of one right there. See, that's about the size a turnip is supposed to be. Not this size. This size. That night rain fell, pitter-patter on the garden of the crooked old cottage. The old man and the old woman smiled as they slept. The rain would help the seeds swell and produce fine, juicy vegetables. Oh, rain is so good for gardens. Spring passed, and the summer ripened the vegetables. The old man and the old woman harvested their carrots and potatoes and peas and beans and turnips. At the end of the row, there was just 1 turnip left. It looked very big. In fact, it looked gigantic. On a fine September morning, the old man sat up in bed, sniffed the cool late summer air, and said, "It's time for us to pull up that turnip." And out he went. The old man pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked, but the turnip would not move. The old man went to find the old woman. Uh-oh. You know, if you're in my class, that kind of reminds me of a witch around Halloween time that was pulling on a big pumpkin, but she couldn't do it. The old woman wrapped her arms around the old man's waist. Both of them pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked, but still the turnip would not move. Pull, heave, tug, yank. So the old woman went to fetch the big brown cow. Do you think he's going to be able to help? He's big. He's strong. The old man and the old woman and the big brown cow pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked, but still the turnip would not move. Look at them working together. They're trying so hard. It's not working. So the old man mopped his brow, and went to fetch the 2 pot-bellied pigs. The old man and the old woman and the big brown cow and the 2 pot-bellied pigs pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked. Still the turnip would not move. So the old woman rolled up her sleeves and went to fetch the 3 black cats. The old woman, the old man, the big brown cow, the 2 pot-bellied pigs, and the 3 black cats pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked. Still, the turnip would not move. So one of the cats twitched her tail and went to fetch the 4 speckled hens. The old woman, the old man, the big brown cow and the 2 pot-bellied pigs, the 3 black cats, the 4 speckled hens, pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked. Still the turnip would not move. So one of the hens shook her feathers and went to fetch the 5 white geese. The old man, the old woman, the big brown cow, the 2 pot-bellied pigs, the 3 black cats, the 4 speckled hens, and the 5 white geese pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked. Still the turnip would not move. Man, they all worked together. They had this great plan. If they're all pulling together, it will for sure come out. But it didn't work. So one of the geese craned her neck to fetch the 6 yellow canaries. They're tiny. Are they really going to be able to help? The old man, the old woman, the big brown cow, the 2 pot-bellied pigs, and the 3 black cats, the 4 speckled hens, the 5 white geese, and the 6 yellow canaries pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked. Still, the turnip would not move. The old man scratched his head. The animals and birds lay on the ground, gasping. The old woman had an idea. They're not giving up. The old woman went into the kitchen and put a piece of cheese in the mouse hole. Soon a hungry little mouse popped his head out of the hole. The old woman caught the mouse and carried it outside. A mouse? All of those animals worked together. All of them. And they tried. And they could not do it. How is a mouse going to help? Anybody have a guess how a mouse is going to help? The old man, the old woman, the big brown cow, and the 2 pot-bellied pigs, the 3 black cats, and the 4 speckled hens, the 5 white geese, the 6 yellow canaries, and one hungry little mouse pulled and heaved and tugged and yanked. The mouse is hungry. Oh, pop! The gigantic turnip came flying out of the ground and everyone fell over. The canaries fell on the mouse. The geese fell on the canaries. The hens fell on the geese. The cats fell on the hens. The pigs fell on the cats. And the cow fell on the pigs. And the old woman fell on the cow. And the old man fell on the old woman. All of them lay on the ground and laughed. Look at this big word out. Pop! That night, the old man and the old woman made a huge bowl of turnip stew. That's kind of like a soup, right? Everyone ate as much as they could, and do you know what? The hungry little mouse ate the most of all. Wow. So even if you're really little, if you're working together, you still can help, didn't you? I was not expecting that. I was not expecting for the mouse to be the last one that helped, that was able to get it out. They just needed one more little set of muscles. Oh, I just love that story. Look on the back. There's some vegetables right there. Oh, you guys, that was such a great book. I'll see you again later.